Hello and welcome to domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa, a repeat coffee mug again. This is one of a set. This one is mine. My husband has his in the bedroom, and they're very big, and we really enjoy these coffee mugs. I think he has bookmarks or something in his, because we collect those as well. Anyway, today's tea is a tea I actually don't think that I've had on the channel, even though I've owned it for a very long time, and that's Cranberry Pomegranate. I don't drink it very often. I think I'm gonna have to taste it again because it's honestly been a while. So let's give this a taste. It's a very sweet tea. It's actually a sweet tea. It's you really actually don't taste cranberry or pomegranate. There is a hint of that tartness towards the end of the sip, but it's not really in there. Yeah, it's an okay tea. It's not one of my favorites. I'm not gonna get rid of it. We'll drink it up, but yeah, it's not one of my favorites. It's okay. Anyway, so today, as you've seen in the description, we are doing our Yes Oh Yes for June. But first, we have to discuss there's our June box. We have to discuss our unfinished business with May's box. I have to admit that May's box did not impress me that much. Let's get with the easy one. That's this Nomad La Habana eyeshadow in Cohiba. It's brown. So I opened it, I think, to show the color. I didn't swatch it. I haven't tested it. I have no idea. They could be amazing eyeshadows, but it's brown. So this did not get tested or worn. This is going to go in my giveaway box, and when we reach 500 subscribers, hopefully somebody will get this, because that's not something I'm going to use. I have enough browns in my collection to cover me for a very long time. Next, we have the Sorbet eyeliner. This is their smear-proof eyeliner, and it is in teal. It is a gorgeous color. I've used it a couple of times. I love the pigmentation. It's very creamy and smooth. It's not quite as creamy and smooth as, say, the Urban Decay 24/7, but it does apply with very minimal tugging. It's not enough to make it unusable. I love the color. I've never heard of Sorbet before this, so this is a case of them putting in the box something that basically introducing me to a new brand that I think I might like. The website, you kind of have to go elsewhere to get their products. You can't actually buy off the website from what I could see. But it is a very good eyeliner. I really liked it, and it's a keeper. Not sure I'd pay. Well, I probably would. I think this is $18. I'm not positive about that. And it is a very decent eyeliner, and like I said, it's a keeper. It's something I'm going to hang on to. The Laritzi lip pencil. I used it to outline my lips a little bit today. You can't really see it with the color. Laritzi is odd to me. It is one of those companies where it's hit or miss, and most of the time it's a miss. This wasn't quite a miss. It comes up, it swatches really nicely. It swatches very creamily on the hand. However, when used on the lips, I noticed it is kind of dry. It's a little bit stiff. It breaks fairly easily. You have to be careful when you're sharpening it. The pigment is good, obviously. The pigment was good here, even if you don't see it on the rest of the lip. But to me, in a way, lip liners are not something that necessarily you want to see. You want them to define your lips. You want them to prevent any feathering, and it does do that. But it's not a fantastic liner. The color is pretty. It's a little bit pinker than I would like. However, the pigmentation is decent. I have to say, for me, Laritzi is closer to a drugstore type quality brand. Granted, a lot of the drugstore brands are actually stepping it up now and becoming not quite luxurious, but more towards that in terms of the quality and the pigmentation and all of that stuff. We're not getting as much powdery types of things. We're not getting stuff with horrible pigmentation for the most part. I have tried a brow product from CoverGirl that didn't work. I've tried other things, so they do have stuff that just makes you go, yep, this is a drugstore brand. And so that's the way I feel about Laritzi. To me, it's so hit or miss. It's more of a drugstore brand, and I do think that the products are somewhat overpriced. However, I will keep this. I will use it. Just not generally. It's okay. It's an okay pencil. So, one of my least favorite things in the box was this Cosmoholic liquid lipstick. This light thing is a gimmick. Seriously, I found it more distracting than anything. I guess I could see it if you went to a dark club, but most of us go in the restrooms, in the bathroom, to go ahead and touch up our lipstick. So I don't see the whole thing. The mirror is kind of okay. It's not a good mirror, but I mean, at least it's something there. The color is definitely not my color. It's on the orangey side of pink, and I don't like it. The lip itself is very glossy, as you can see. It has a very strong vanilla scent. The pigmentation is okay, but because it's glossy rather than something more on the matte side, obviously it transfers and you have to reapply throughout the day, so you're going to use a lot of it. It also, this one does not play well with others, and if I'm going to have a color that I'm not going to wear by itself much, I need it to play well with other colors. I could have used this as an adjuster, but as it stands now, this one will probably go to one of the kids. I have a daughter who tends to like the more orangey reds, and so she might like this. But beyond that, if she doesn't like it, more than likely it's going to get tossed. It's not something either I would use, and if she's not going to use it, it's not going to be at all useful. And because it is a dip product, we can't give it to Project Beauty Share. But yeah, this thing, this is a joke. I'm sorry. This one was the worst item in the box for me, and the whole gimmick thing was so that they could claim it's worth $25.99 or whatever it is, and it's ridiculous. That's just give me a plain, like the ColourPop. Just give me a plain doe foot inside of a plain thing. I don't care if the packaging outside is pretty, but I don't need any of this kind of crap so you can increase your price. However, my favorite thing in the bag was the Estate highlighter. This is beautiful. It is soft. It is very glowy. I was going to wear it today, and I'm kind of wearing it on the inner part of my eye. I ended up wearing one of my ColourPops. It's very, very beautiful. It's a beautiful color on my skin. It's buildable. You can do something soft. You can build it up to something more glowy. It actually can become quite bright. I really like this. I love it. So this is definitely going to be a keeper for me today. The sad thing is, this is the one item I probably would have kept if the sorbet hadn't worked out and the Laritzi was, those two items I could love them or leave them. They're not so fantastic that I'm like, yes. And this is only $10. So in a way, last month's bag box, I don't remember what I ended up taking everything out of. This month we got a box. So I don't know, it just, not every month is going to be fantastic for any particular subscription. I do know that. So I'm not sitting here going, okay, I've got to leave them because it's a terrible bag. It was a terrible month. But I'm definitely seen better months with them. By the same token, my first month was worse. Okay, so Anyway, so that's last month's bag, box, whatever it was at the time. Keeping the sorbet, keeping the Laritzi, and I'm loving the estate. The other stuff, really disappointed in the eyeshadow. The pictures that they had shown, the previews that they had shown, showed a lot of different bright colors, so I was really hoping that I would get a nice bright color. But from what I saw, and I can't verify it, but from what I saw, almost everybody got brown, to my knowledge. Now, I haven't gone through every single Yes Oh Yes unbagging across the internet, so it's quite possible there are people who got other colors. But I really wish that in the earlier boxes and bags for the month that they had just put out color and not given us a brown. So anyway, moving right along. Anyway, so we're going to get this open. Obviously, I haven't done anything with it. I have seen some of the spoilers. There's only one of them I'm particularly interested in. Finally got it open. It only took forever and a day. Damn thing. Okay, so this is the Cella. And I actually kind of ended up scoring the word Cella. But there's the lip crayon. Highlighter crayon. I'm not sure. That's a highlighter? Okay, I could see me using that down my nose to brighten along my nose. In fact, let's give this a shot. But I don't see it as a highlighter for my cheeks. How odd. I don't even know if you guys can see that. Come here. Sorry. Well, it blends out smoothly with a brush. Did it right down the middle of my nose, but there is no shine to it. That's interesting. I'll have to think about this one. I've had a few things lately that I've looked at and have had to think about. Interesting that they're calling that a highlighter when it doesn't really highlight. Digging back in. And we've got a crown brush. A crown just loves giving their stuff away, don't they? This is a crown. Doesn't say what it is. Kind of on the flatter side rather than totally round. I could see this being used for maybe your contour. This would not be a standard powder or foundation brush for me. I don't think it's not big enough for either. I have switched over to powder foundation, so I'm using my big Royal and Langnickel brush for that. I'll have to think about it. I am actually getting to the point where I just about have enough brushes, but we'll see. I do like their brushes. I do like Crown's brushes, and this one feels very sturdy. It's kind of on the lightweight side, but that's okay. The brush bristles are not really, really soft, but they're not really, really hard. They're a bit on the stiffer side. So that'll be interesting. Give it a try. All right, getting another thing out of here. What do we got here? Dolce Punk Volumizer Mascara. Got so many mascaras, guys. I really do. I'm hitting the point where, okay, we can stop with the mascaras. I think almost every box gave me a mascara. Oh, that's an interesting packaging, though. And that's a pretty color, if that's the right color. Oh, well, it's a mascara. That would be a great lipstick color. That's what I was thinking. Let's take a look at this. It's big. Opening. You ever going to come out? There we go. Well, at least it's the type of brush I like. I don't like the plastic bristles, so that's interesting. I'm already wearing some mascara, but I wonder how you would work over it. What are you supposed to do? Define lashes one by one, making them thicker with spectacular lashes. Okay. Short and long bristles are made for separation and lengthening. Well, let's give this a try and see if it does anything over what I already have. There's where I'm at now. The formula feels nice. I do see it thickening. It is thickening. Oh, it's definitely thickening. I don't know about lengthening. It might be. Do a little bit on the bottom. Not too much. Won't know much about the formula until, you know, I've used it a few times. But there's the new lashes. I can't see it, so I don't know if it's done anything. To me, they seem a little thicker. I don't know about longer, but they seem a little thicker. So that's cool. Most of the ones I have now do a lot of lengthening. A couple of them curl. But I think only one or two of them actually do much thickening. I think I can see them better through my glasses too. So that's interesting. I'm just getting a little tired of mascaras. Especially full-size mascaras. I mean, come on. I'm not going to use it in 3 months. And then the thing that I've been waiting for... I have to say, I'm excited about this, and I'm a little not sure. Because it looks like it has a lot of neutral tones in it. And we've had a lot of neutral toned palettes, other than the Alamar. This is the Treasure Chest Mellow. Feels like it's cardboard. It's inside a sleeve. Are you guys going to tell me I can't even get something out of the sleeve? There we go. Oh, that's pretty packaging. Look at that. That's beautiful. Look at that. And it does have a mirror. I'm going to put this down. And here's the actual shadows. Some of those are really pretty. I don't know if that yellow will show up on me. But once again, we have an overload of browns. So about half this palette is like, eh. Let me clean all this stuff off real quick. Alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead and start with this row, and I'm going to go in this direction. So we're getting, and they have colors. Actually, you know what? It should be done this way, and we can bend this back. So I'll start at the top. And the first color is Crystal. And then we have Topaz. And then we have Amber. And then we have Rose Gold. Crystal, Topaz, Amber, Rose Gold. Oh. Well, it swatches pretty. At least the first two colors did. The browns, honestly, anything that looks brownish, I'm expecting to die on my skin, no matter what. It just, I'm not going to hold the browns against it. Just not. Then we've got Tiger Eye and Pearl, which is really going to disappear on my skin. And then we get to go down here to Amethyst and Smoked Topaz. Tiger Eye and Pearl are mattes. So basically there are 6 shimmery shades, glittery shades, and 4 mattes. Yeah, those 2 browns didn't do anything to my skin. I don't know, guys. It's not looking good. Only a couple of shades appear to be working for me at all. But this is without primer. This is not on the eye. They tend to be very different. All right, so next we have rhodonite, garnet, smoky quartz, and onyx. Smoky quartz and onyx are the last two mattes. I'm really hoping the garnet works out because that would be a color I would use a lot of. Garnet's not looking good. Garnet's looks okay. And we've got a couple of mattes there that actually show up on my skin a little bit. And wow, okay. So that one that just had some of it fall off of it is the smoked topaz. This one right here. So 3 of the shimmers, or 5 of the shimmers. 5 of the shimmers are really smooth. One of them is kind of chunky. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this one. The garnet is okay. It looks like I could build it. I'm really surprised these 2 browns showed up. Be interesting to see how they're going to look on my eyes. But I'm also not going to hold my breath that they're going to look that good, do that well. So, it's an okay palette. I'll play around with it and report back on it. Swatches don't tell the whole story, unfortunately. It's unusual to get 2 boxes in a row from the same one that I'm kind of about, but I'm going to admit it. I'm kind of about this. I was really hoping that this would have much more pigmentation and color in it than it does. Mascara. Another mascara. This is interesting. Can go down my nose, but beyond that, I don't know. I just don't see myself using it for much else. I guess it's useful, but it's not. Yeah. The brush is nice. What do they say about this brush? This brush is supposed to be for your blush. It's a pro blush brush. Blush brush. I can talk. So they say the value of the box is $97, $98. You guys know I'll check it. I always do. But I'm kind of disappointed in the palette. This looks like it'll actually be one of the better items in the box so far with what it did. We'll see if it flakes while I'm out today because I do have to do some running around. But again, it's another mascara. So I'm going to have to think about this one. I've been sitting there, and I've noted before that there are some changes coming because of finances, and I was kind of not happy that I might have to cancel Yes Oh Yes, and you know what? Now I'm not so sure I'm unhappy about it at all. Okay. I'm probably going to give it one more month, and then we'll see. Then we'll see. I will say this. Yes Oh Yes has introduced me to a number of brands, good or bad, that I have not had experience with before, and some of them are actually starting to show up in other boxes. I believe we got a Laritzi in one of our Boxy Charms recently. So it's not necessarily a bad thing for them to introduce new brands. Right now I'm just having an issue with, there is so much makeup out there that it would really be nice if most everything that they put in here had the quality and the pigmentation of higher end. I'm not seeing that lately. So we're going to have to see how it goes. We're going to have to see how it goes. Anyway, so that's it for today. All I got left in here is black paper worms. So that's it for today. I hope you like what you've seen. If you have, I hope you will subscribe. It would just mean the world to me if you did. And if you do subscribe, don't forget to hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. And whether you subscribe or not, you're always welcome back. And if you do come back, I hope you bring your cup of tea. Yeah. it just needs more something. It's a hint of the cranberry, a hint of the pomegranate. I don't know, guys. It's been sitting here for 20 minutes. It should be strong. Nope.